welcome to Foundational Workout 4. So this is week 2, Foundational Workout 4. So starting with, after a 5-minute airdyne to warm up, we're going to go 6 RDLs, so barbell Romanian deadlifts. That's the straighter legged ones, so you're more of that position rather than being lower. So getting a bit more emphasis on hamstrings and glutes, lower back. Then moving on to 8 press-ups. I'm going to add weight on my back because press-ups for 8 reps for me isn't enough stimulus. And then I'm actually, instead of doing T-bar rows for 6 reps today, I'm going to work on a lat buster row, which looks like that. Now the reason for that, instead of going next to the bar, so on a T-bar row, you'd have your hands right next to the weight plate here, like that. One on the other, or with one of the V grips so you're close to the bar, and obviously on the lat buster you're slightly wider on the handles, and the reason for that is I'm weaker with my hands wider, so I'm trying to strengthen my back in a way that is hardest for me to accomplish the movement. So I'm stronger when I'm close to the bar, and I want to try and work a little bit wider, very similar to a barbell bent over row. And so it'll be 2 ramp up sets, 6 deadlifts, 8 press ups, 6 lat buster rows, and then it will be 3 working sets. So same as last week, again trying to increase the weight that I'm lifting on the deadlifts and the press ups. And then we're working for the first time on the lat buster row. So again, it shows you a little tweak that what you can make to the program to make it more effective for your goals. So you can work out what areas need more work, and then you can go from there. So 5-minute warm up on the airdyne, and then into 2 ramp up sets, 3 working sets.
I turn the music up, I got my records on. I shut the world outside until the lights come on. Maybe the streets are alive, maybe the trees are gone. I feel my heart start beating to my favorite song. And all the kids, they dance, all the kids all night, until morning it feels another life. I turn the music up, I'm on the road aside.
Okay. Talk about a little bit of form. So on the RDLs, again I'm using a deficit to make sure I don't go too heavy, otherwise I round my back. So I'm trying to keep my back as straight as possible, locking shoulder blades, keeping chest nice and upright, pushing my hips backwards in order to keep that movement, and then driving from my glutes in order to move the bar back up, not pulling with my upper body. On the press ups, if you're adding weight, or even if you're not, make sure that you're keeping your hips up high. If you're arching your back like this, it means your core's not strong enough. You need to do more plank work, make sure that you're able to maintain proper posture as you're moving up and down. So you're engaging your shoulder blades at the base of the press up, chest to floor, and then fully extend at the top. But you're stable all the way through, there's no arching in the back, you're not dipping hips and then bringing shoulders up, you're keeping nice and flat. And then on the lat buster row, even if you're going on the T-bar, so close or wide on the grip, make sure that you're keeping your body as straight as possible. You're driving the weight off the floor by utilising your arms and your back muscles. Don't row the bar up by moving your torso.
Turn the music up, I got my records on. From underneath the rug, we'll sing a rebel song. Don't want to see another generation drop.
Circuit 2 is going to be 6 kettlebell or dumbbell, depending on the weight you have, deadlifts. Again, I'm going to use a deficit because my dumbbells aren't quite heavy enough for this, so I'm just making it slightly harder by increasing the range of movement. I'm going to show you 2 ways to do that. So you're going to do one with a hinge, similar to the RDL, so it's a dumbbell RDL, and you're going to do one with more quad emphasis. Obviously, one hits more posterior chain, hamstrings, glutes and lower back. The other one hits a little bit more of your quad, still utilising your lower back, your glutes and your hamstring, but just not as much. So in the videos, that number 1 will be the dumbbell RDL, and video 2 will be the dumbbell deadlift, where you're just getting more quad emphasis. So that's exercise 1, 6 reps, and then it's going to be 6 bench press. Again, you're not going to be able to go as heavy because of doing the press ups in the previous circuit. So 6 reps, chest to bar, make sure you fully extend at the top, and then you're finishing with kettlebell bent over rows. Again, the kettlebells I've got as a pair, slightly light for this, for 6 reps. I'm going to add a resistance band in as well, just to increase the amount of weight that I'm lifting, to make sure that I'm hitting 6 reps and it's hard. Few tips for the exercises here. So, as I said, 2 different variations of the dumbbell deadlift. If you want to target more of your glutes, your bum, your hamstrings, the back of your leg, and your lower back, then do more of the first one, so the RDL. Similar to the barbell RDL, you get a little bit more control. You also get a little bit more of lat activation because the dumbbells move slightly further forwards, and you can control it better without damaging your lower back. Second variation of the dumbbell deadlift is the one that involves more quads, so the front of your leg. You're still going to get your bum and the back of your leg, your lower back to work. Obviously your upper back as well, stabilisation of the weight. Keep your chest up high and power through your legs. Again, don't pull with your body or your arms. It's a push exercise, push with your legs. On the bench press, shoulder blades together. Keep them tight the whole way through. That engages your chest more, and it keeps you stabilised on the bench. So it won't allow you to move around and flop around on the bench. Keep your core tight and squeeze your bum. Drive your heels into the floor, and again, push your feet into the floor as you're driving the bar off your chest. And then the last one, on the kettlebell rows, drive your elbows towards your hips. So aim for that pocket again. Get your lats involved, squeeze your shoulder blades, and again, don't let your upper body do the row. Let your arms do it, try and keep as braced as possible. Go to my YouTube channel, look at these exercises, study them, make sure your form is the same as I'm doing in the videos on there, and then you can start increasing weight when you feel comfortable. So, last circuit of today is 10 kettlebell swings on each arm, and then 10 kettlebell cleans on each arm. So I'll do 10 left arm swings, 10 right arm swings, 10 left arm cleans, 10 right arm cleans. Rest for 1 minute, repeat that 3 times. Again, tips on the swings. Same movement as the RDLs, both with the barbell and the dumbbell. Make sure your hips hinge backwards, so you're dropping your chest but keeping your upper back really tight, so that torso's in line, and then you're powering through your glutes to basically a standing plank position. Again, check out my kettlebell exercises on the YouTube channel. 1 arm swing, it will tell you exactly how to do it. And then with the cleans, you're never getting the kettlebell to go over and whack you on the wrist. It should go around the wrist and comfortably into that little pocket there on your bicep. So as the weight comes up, you're turning it around the wrist and then it's landing in that little pocket, nice and secure, full extension again with the legs, and make sure that you own the top of both the swing and the clean. Another good session ticked off, not a hard session. Again, either rest or conditioning tomorrow, depending on your schedule, depending how you're feeling. If you're feeling beaten up, you're feeling tired, you're feeling fatigued, rest. And then start week 3 and back to foundational workout 1. So this will be the last week in the 3-week cycle of lifting at this rep range. From the 4th week, you start the 2nd cycle where the repetitions go up and the weight drops down. So it's kind of like a deload, but you're actually concentrating more upon a different phase of hypertrophy. So you've gone from a bit more of a strength phase into a hypertrophy phase, but I'll explain that when we get to it. So we've got 1 more week of this strength phase, which is tough, but numbers are still going up. They should be for you too, if you're following the program correctly. Listen to your body, make sure you're not pushing it too hard, you're getting good enough recovery to allow for adaptation to occur, so you're not just constantly beating yourself up, grinding your body down and never adapting to it. Make sure you rest, recover, listen to your body, and you should progress. Any questions, any problems, same as normal, email me, social media, hit me up on there, or comment below the video. But I'll speak to you when we hit 3rd phase of foundational workout 1.